right, we're back in the shop. Timmy, it's gonna be a long fucking day. We got SuperATV arms. They're going on the X3 project. Fucking, what do we call this? Batman?
Batman.
Project Batman. Something. We haven't figured out the name, but the car is in need of some parts, and it's in need of being fixed because everything's jacked up, everything's apart, and we got the arms. I think we're ready to take on these bad boys. So we're gonna show you today how to replace your front A arms on a Can-Am X3. Timmy brought donuts today. Check it out. Timmy's a nice guy. First, we're gonna start with taking off the wheels. Then we'll probably take off the tie rods. Then we'll probably unbolt the arms. So we got a head start because I had already taken a bunch of stuff off. Normally, your plastics would be all here, and your front bulkhead, which they call it, would be right here. I actually had a bumper here. I took that off because it was damaged. And I got a new bumper that's gonna go on here. So these bolts are already loose. They're out of the way. This is gonna look a little bit different because I have a SuperATV gusset kit, or they call it a frame stiffener.
No, quit pulling on it. I'm gonna get oh god.
I have that installed, so it's gonna be a little bit different, but pretty much the same process. All right, Timmy, what's the next step, man? I think we gotta take off these chingaderos right here. These tie rods are held in by a bolt and a nut, but there's also a cotter pin holding the nut from coming out. We'll take that cotter pin out. Ah, yeah, there you go, bitch. America. All right, so you get your 18mm wrench and your 18mm socket. You can use a ratchet, you can use an electric wrench here, and you just take the tie rod bolt out. We're gonna save this for later because we're gonna reuse this stuff. We're gonna need a 10mm to get off these rivets here. So I'll start with this one. This one's holding by a 10, and then over here we got rivets that we're gonna have to drill out. Also, we're gonna take out this sway bar link. So take those both off on both sides, your sway bar link and your tie rod end, and then we'll follow up with the rivets. Once you get your steel braid line all off and you take off all the rivets, drill them all out, and you get your sway bar links out of the way and your tie rods out of the way, the arm is going to be pretty much free from anything else except for the front here. Now you're going to want to remove the caliper bolts and get this caliper and put it, you know, out of the way, and get this brake line out of your way, make it easy for you. You might want to put a blanket. In my case, I don't need to put nothing. The car's all jacked up anyways. But so I'll take these two bolts out. I think they're 14s or 15s. 15 will do it. You can do this by hand. You can buy yourself one of these little electric impact wrenches. And that's really all there is to it for the caliper bolts. We'll move that out of the way. We'll do the same to the other side, and then we'll get started on removing the bolts for the arms here for the hub. So that'll be pretty easy.
You'll regret saying that!
Alright, so check it out. Once you get to this point, we're going to take off the rear bolt of the upper arm. It's a 18mm bolt with a nut on the back side, so use your wrench and your ratchet. So it shouldn't be no big deal. I'll take these out. And I'm just going to break it loose, and I should be able to use my electric ratchet. Hadouken! Hadouken! God damn. So I don't know if the asshole will put that gusset kit in. Might have been me, but that bolt was kind of tight. So these are electric ratchet. Ah! Oh, that hurt. Hey, I did get it loose. I thought I didn't get it loose. Alright, check it out. Me and Timmy are struggling here. We got the ball joint nut loose, but the arm is pretty stuck in there, so we're gonna spray with some WD-40. Might hit it with a dead blow. I'll keep hitting this shit with a hammer. And if we have any luck, we'll be back. If we have different clothes on, it's been the following day and we didn't get it off. All right, Timmy, yeah. It's been a goddamn struggle. We took off both arms on this side, and Timmy saw me. I cursed a couple times. I'm sorry about that, Timmy. So we got the arms out. We're still dealing with this, but luckily I put the axle back together because the axle came apart internally. But it's just held in with like a ring tension pin or tension ring. So I got that. Now I just gotta figure out this, Timmy. I think we're just gonna hammer it right here. Bobs are empty.
When in doubt, pound it out, right?
And pound it out. So normally you probably shouldn't do this if you're gonna reuse this, but since I don't give a crap about this ball joint or this arm because we got the new beefy super beef from SuperATV SuperBeef, we're gonna fucking just pound this motherfucker.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I said, let me do the thinking around here. I mean, you're the bronze, I'm the brain. I said.
5 minutes later.
Yeah. When in doubt, pound it out, Timmy said. So we got our fucking hub back from the grips of this goddamn A-arm. And, ooh, she needs some grease. Feels a little rough. Alright, so now we got this side apart. We're gonna take apart that side. We'll do a little time lapse. And once we got that side apart, we'll be able to pull off both of these lower arms at the same time. And I'm gonna show you why. Give me that GoPro, Mr. Timmy. This bracket here, this comes in the SuperATV frame stiffener kit, and it comes in most aftermarket gusset kits. This braces both these arms together. So this brace has to go on at the same time on both sides, and both these arms had to slide on because the bolt is fixed. You can't take the bolt out. So these arms have to slide that way, and you gotta do them on both sides at the same time. The front doesn't matter that much, although you can't take the bolt out either because the differential's there. But mainly it's the back because you gotta put that stupid bracket on there at the same time. But it's all in the name of beef. Well, Timmy, what do you think? This arm is obviously, put this side by side, there's giant differences here. I mean, this is a box arm from hell. So what is the difference going to be as far as performance? I mean, it's going to last longer, I'm sure. But there's also the theory of, you know, when you hit something hard, is that going to get transferred to the frame? So that's why I had that front gusset kit, or that SuperATV frame stiffener. But I mean, these arms are not gonna bend. If you're on a trail ride and you hit something hard, that thing is gonna bend easily, and it's designed to bend actually right here apparently. It's already got like a pre-bend going on, and you hit that little pre-bend, you hit it against a big rock, or you hit it against a nasty, I don't know, a nasty whoop that you couldn't take it. It's gonna bend that arm, and you're gonna be done that day. And the worst part is, you know, trying to fix the car while it's out in the middle of nowhere. But these are a lot beefier. The only problem I see, what do you think, Timmy? They're fucking heavy, bro. What's the difference in weight? Timmy's a fucking bodybuilder, so Timmy's gonna give us an accurate description of the weight differences here.
Probably double the weight.
That's it? Just double?
Nah, maybe a little more.
Fuck, dude. That motherfucker's light. The freaking factory Can-Am arm is super light. The freaking SuperATV arm is super beef. I mean, it's freaking heavy. I'm saying it's heavy. I'm saying it's 2.5 times heavier.
You know,
but that's the trade-off.
Yeah.
You know, you want it to last. It's gonna be beefy. And as far as quality goes, for what you pay for these arms, they're like 500 bucks. But I decided to get the ball joints included, so that was another like 150, 200 bucks. They gave me a great discount. They also gave me a free hat and a shirt. So I'm not sponsored by SuperATV. We're not sponsored. They just gave us a great deal, and we're doing this because this is the most affordable. I'm like you guys. We can't afford the most expensive, you know, $800 just for one arm or whatever it is. You know, there's other companies that make badass arms, probably even better quality than these. But for what you get, this is the best bang for your buck, no doubt about it. So we're gonna throw these on. This is the bracket that goes over both arms, and the arms gotta slide in at the same time. So we'll do that now. All right, so the goddamn camera wasn't recording. It's all good. We got the arms on. You gotta do them at the same time. I wish I would have recorded for you guys, but I ain't taking them back off because they were kind of a pain in the ass, even with 2 guys here. But so the arms are on. I'm just gonna tighten the back bolts, and then we'll start working on the top arms. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. God damn it, stupid GoPro. So since we got the arms off, we're gonna go ahead and replace the tie rods. I got new tie rods from Shock Therapy, and Timmy's taking them off right now. It's pretty easy. You just kind of usually hold this with something, with a pair of pliers, and then you just untwist this. One thing that I noticed about other manufacturers that are making these arms, they're not adjustable. The SuperATV ones are for sure adjustable, which I like that. All right, so now we're gonna put the lower arm in, and you want to run this in here like that. Shove it in here. Now that we got that in, you don't want to throw your axle back in. This was this side, right? I think they're the same shit.
Yeah, that one's in there already.
Oh, that's right. Should just push in. There we go. Nope, that's still not it. Damn it, I farted. Dude, I put these in before so many fucking times. Why is it being so difficult? I know. Oh my god. Everything's going wrong. But we're fighting it. And it's going through, so it is what it is. Like Max Holloway says, it is what it is. It is what it is.
No, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is. You know, it is what it is.
What are you gonna do? So I'm gonna put this hub back on, and then we're gonna break off for breakfast. Fuck this shit. All right, so check it out. We got the arms on. The hub's on there, but the ball joint's not tight, and the reason for that is because we couldn't get no tension on the ball joint itself, so we're putting the spring back on. And as you can see, we ain't fucking around. We got Shock Therapy to do our valving when we won their Shocktober contest. They are looking sweet, and when they did that, I opted and purchased their spring kit. So these springs are silver. I'm going for a black theme, but I mean, they still look badass, so I don't give a shit. We're gonna tighten these bolts up for the shock, and then we're gonna go get to work on putting that bolt on for the hub, because that ball joint bolt is not tight. All right, so check it out. We got the Shock Therapy shocks on this side, and we got the arms both on. I still gotta bolt it down in the front. The back is already tight on both of them. The front I gotta put the bumper on, but I gotta drill the bumper to make provisions for these holes here. So the front right here where the hub is at, I got the nut tight for the ball joint. The bottom one, the bolt was jacked up when I took it out, so we're gonna put a new bolt in there. So I'm gonna get that another day. And then since I don't have my grease gun on me, I'm not gonna put the hubs on because I have a tool that goes in here and you shoot grease into these bearings. I've read that these bearings don't have a lot of grease in them from the factory, so I'd like to put some grease in them. So we're not gonna put the hubs in today. We're just gonna leave it like this on this side and then do the same on the other side, and we'll wrap it up for today. We've been kicking ass, but fuck, it wasn't that easy. So all them videos, they say, oh yeah, you'll be done in 2 hours. Maybe, but not with this fucking setup. This was a pain in the ass. These arms fit, but we did have issues because I had the stiffener in here. It kind of made it hard. I probably should have loosened them up and then put the arms on, then put this back on, but I didn't do it that way. So we got new Shock Therapy tie rods that go here. They have misalignment spacers that help remove some of the bumps here that these cars are known to have. And yeah, pretty much done. That's what I'm saying. So these are the new Shock Therapy tie rods. Pretty badass. So on these, once you spin it to the OEM spot, you go ahead and put a new spacer on there. These are the spacers that they use to keep the alignment of the bump steer to a minimum. Once you got them aligned, just shove them in there like that. Use your freaking screwdriver to align everything. And then you put your bolt right through. Bam, just like that. And there, I got to stick a nut to the bottom. There she is. We'll tighten her up, and then there's a cotter pin that goes through there. So that's pretty easy. So we're pretty much done. Timmy's just swapping out a bolt because we got the wrong bolt on that side. It wasn't long enough. But that's pretty much it, dude. Freaking arms are on there. Shock Therapy's on there for the front. The rear, I'm still waiting for a trailing arm to get back from powder coat. And I can start doing the rear suspension. But the front's pretty much done. So SuperATV arms are pretty badass. So I want to thank them for giving us a great deal. And Shock Therapy, want to thank them for giving us the IRS. We'll have more testing on that, and pretty much both of them who will actually go out there and try to break it, because you know, gotta launch this motherfucker. So lots of good components here, lots of good stuff. Hopefully everything turns out good as far as when we're actually using it. It should. This is like the best in the business type stuff. Shock therapy is well known. SuperATV is very well known, and both companies make some great stuff. So I'm excited. So we'll get back to you guys when we're get closer to finishing this up, or when we get to work on the rear. So thanks for watching. Peace out.
Later.
This thing is gonna look beast when it's done. We're doing gloss black everything. Oh man, the fingerprint magnets, they look so badass. Gloss black everything. All right, let's go inside, dude.